here, and today we're going to break down the top 5 reasons you should be playing Anarchy online, because if you're not, you are making one of the biggest mistakes you could make in the MMO world. This game is one of the best MMOs ever created, launched in 2001, and still today is running, and that should speak volumes for the quality of the game. But if that doesn't speak enough for you, here's 5 reasons why you should play Anarchy online right now. Reason number 5. The game is freaking huge. And when I say this game is huge, I mean this game is enormous. Here, let's take a look at the map, just for Rubica alone. You can see my little waypoint right here. You can see, even as I'm moving, I'm not really making a big dent in the map. That is how big this is, and look how many different areas there are. If you want to get lost, even as a froob on Rubica, if you don't want to pay to play, there is still so much for you to explore here on this desolate desert planet known as Rubica. Or, for those that are a little more daring, you could journey into the Shadowlands. The Shadowlands is another set of zones that are just enormous and insanely beautiful, as you can see here. Just lush foliage, and it's amazing. It adds so much depth to this game, and it adds so much extra space for you to explore. For example, let's take a look at the map here. Right now we're in an area called Nascence. The Shadowlands is split up into a few different zones. Nascence is for the lower level toons. Then you can go into what is known as the Eden of Elysium. Elysium is one of the most beautiful places in Anarchy Online. Then you can go to where you can start to see the land become more fractal and more broken up in Shoal. As we scroll up even further, we're going to find ourselves in the underwater city of Adonis. Even further up, we'll find ourselves in the frozen land of Penumbra, covered in ice and snow 24/7 all year round. And after that, we have the fiery hell known as Inferno, which for those that are brave enough to enter Inferno, you'll find yourself with creatures that are far beyond what you could ever imagine. And then after that, not shown here on the map, we have what is known as Pandemonium, which is only for those that are crazy enough to really want to be about that action. Alright, now maybe you're saying, hey, that's really not that big. There's so much more stuff I could do in other games, but there's still more left that we could see. We have the entire alien playfield here, where you could come and pull your alien missions, and all these corridors lead to different raids, and there's a legacy of the Zan area as well for all high-end content. And there's just so much here alone that you could even get lost here for days on end. Easily. This game is huge. You will never find yourself with nothing to do, ever. Reason number 4. It has such a deep storyline. The depth of the storyline in this game makes it so easy to become immersed. And there's a book that precedes the game, of which I'll leave a link to, that really helps set the tone for how this game's going to set up. There's an ancient conflict in this game that parallels the actual game's present and future, and a little bit of the past. Imagine you find a world with a power source that no one ever knew imaginable before, and the Omnitech Corporation decides they want to mine it and starts genetically engineering people to be their slaves. These slaves are eventually going to revolt, and there you have the clans, and there you have the Omnitechs, and there's the neutrals that have no side in the conflict, but are still involved in it every day. It makes the player feel emotionally connected to this game. When I do the storyline parts of the quest, and when I talk to the NPCs in towns like Tyr, it really makes me feel like I'm a part of this. Like I need to protect as many people as I can. There are people like the guards, people like Simon Silverstone here in Tyr. They really make you feel attached to this game, and like you need to fight to keep them safe, and you need to fight for their honor. Reason number 3. Unparalleled customization. Here's the place where the game really shines. It's in its unparalleled customization. You could take any breed, whichever one you want here. Let's just take the one we just clicked on, for example. You can make it... There's tons of faces to choose from. We'll just go with whatever one we land on. We'll go medium and medium. And the part here that really makes me happy is that, as you see here, you could be any profession you want to be. No matter what breed you are, you could choose whatever the heck you want to be without any restrictions at all. Of course, some breeds will be better suited with some professions due to strengths and weaknesses of the actual breed, but you could be whatever you want. There's no locked professions for breeds. And here, the skill system is probably the most impressive part of this game. You control every single one of your skills. Say you want to have a lot of adventuring. You could have as much adventuring as you want, or as little adventuring as you want. You get improvement points each level that you level up to allocate the points wherever you want. The items in this game, to a grand extent, aren't locked by profession and aren't locked by breed or anything like that. You could, if you want to be a soldier that uses daggers, go ahead. Be a soldier and make your piercing maxed. You put as much IP in piercing as you want, IP being the improvement points. Any profession, any class could wear any type of weapon or armor that isn't obviously locked by certain restrictions. So you could be whatever you want. And again, there are some setups that make more sense than others, but you have the power to do whatever you want in this skill system, whatever you want with your armor. For example, let's take a look at this weapon here. See? This doesn't say, this isn't level locked, and this isn't locked by only this profession can wear it or only this profession can wear it. Anybody could wear whatever the frick they want to wear, for the most part. Reason number 2, leveling and PVM. One thing Funcom definitely understood when they made this game is that it's not the grind to the end game that matters. It's getting there as quickly as possible and having as much fun as you can once you get to end game. Because as everybody knows, that's really where the game opens up, at the end game. And there are tons of places to level in this game, as you saw by the expanse of this map. And the leveling never gets monotonous. It's very quick. You reap the rewards of your grinding very, very, very quickly. You could level efficiently solo or in a team. And things tend to die very quickly. Watch this. Yeah. He did. It doesn't feel like you get stuck in one level for 5 or 6 frickin' years, because the leveling is just so quick and so smooth that it's just comfortable. You move at a very comfortable and quick pace. You don't have to worry about getting stuck at level 85 trying to get to 90 for a year and a half. You will get there, and you will get there quickly. It's mostly a mob grind, I will say, but for those that do like to do the quest grind, you could do that as well. They have that. It's just not many people choose to do that, because you could level so quickly and so efficiently in other means. And there's all different types of cool looking and odd looking mobs around here. There's probably, like this thing. What the frick is this thing? It's a Scorpiod, my friends. How does he move? Gracefully. Or, the answer I tend to use is carefully. Reason number 1, twinking and PvP. All these other games want to talk about their twinking and PvP, but unless you've played Anarchy Online, you haven't actually twinked anything yet. You really haven't. There's a system of twinking that relies on the ability of the person and their skills, rather than the items that they're able to get. A lot of times you'll find people that have no credits that could still twink really, really well, because the stuff's not level locked. And you could find all this on my channel. I won't go too in-depth with the PvP, because I have tons of PvP videos. But between the Tower Wars, Battle Station, Miners, Duels, Gank PvP, this is the best PvP in any MMO ever made, ever. End of story. There's no other game where you actually twink. You get full control of what you do. If you want your guy to be better than everybody else, that's on you. Like, how many other games are you level 50 and you have the ability to get a level 151 sword on? What other game has that option for you? Or to get whatever armor you're capable of getting on? Really? This is over-equipped. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. And to get implants that are 101 quality levels higher than you are. This is your control. This is you. You define what your player gets to be in this game. And the PvP, trust me, come try it out and your mind will be blown. Make a twink and start killing.